what is good feel? Let's try and answer that question today. I like to try and pin things down that we talk about, tone is in the hands, things like that. I think the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about good feel is timing. Even steady rhythm that's not like a train that's running off the tracks. You know, that's my whole thing. My default setting is pretty mid-tempo, and that's what I recommend for guitar students, is to keep things mid-tempo. So let me play that same little snippet of Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, but let me push that tempo and kind of make it feel like it's just going off the edge here. The notes are still there. The notes are still there, but you can feel it doesn't feel comfortable. That's definitely the first thing that comes to mind when I'm like, what is good feel? What does it mean when someone has good feel? The rhythm is even and steady. The idea that no matter what we play, it is always snapping to a grid, that we are aware that we are in a bar of music one way or the other. And this is a concept I've touched upon in other videos. I think I have a video called like Always Be Riffin'. Yeah, it's in there, that. And hey, by the way, check the description box below for where to find me digitally, information about the sound tools I'm using, affiliate links to my Truefire course, and my record, Eric Haugen Bundle Up, is streaming and downloadable wherever you stream and download music. Little piece of Rocket Man there. Yeah, by the way, I'm going to tab all those little arrangements out and put them on Patreon for free. You can head over there and get them. Now, the next thing that comes to mind when thinking about what good feel is that the player, be it me or whoever it is making a conscious choice about whether or not they're playing staccato or legato. Now, staccato is short notes with a sharp attack and quick decay. Pop. Legato is the opposite, long, fluid notes with a kind of medium attack that kind of morph into the next one. That's definitely my default setting, and I'm always aware of that. So my default setting is always as legato as possible, mid-tempo, so that if I want to be staccato, it pops. It's a choice that I'm making. I'm aware and I'm intentional that I'm making that choice. Here, let me just play this little piece of this here. Again, mid-tempo legato. Now let's do the same thing, staccato. Cool too, you know, staccato is cool too, but I think it should be a choice. And to me, my recommendation for a student would be mid-tempo, chill, legato, so that, you know, if you want to be staccato, you meant to be. And also, let's see the same thing. Let's do staccato and then the tempo all out of control. Exaggeration, but you could see if the tempo's all over the place and we're staccato, boy howdy, that gets pretty messy real quick. And so that's between basically those two things, rhythm and then legato versus staccato. That pretty much sums it up. But, you know, I got some other notes that I want to talk about here. Piece of, I guess that's why they call it the blues. So my default setting tends to be articulate and clean without being clinical and dead. I do think that sometimes people think playing clean means we're not playing emotively. I don't think that's true. I think we can play chill and still be emotive about what we do, because by playing slow, that gives me the time to make choices about articulation. Grace note hammer-ons, slides, vibrato. You know, I got the room to do that, whereas if I'm just trying to get through the thing as fast as possible, then I'm just going for the notes. I'm just throwing my fingers, trying to get trying to get my fingers just to touch the strings. And there's, you know, that's why I'd always rather play slow stuff with choices about articulation and with choices about articulation. So things that stand in opposition to good feel, things that are going to get in the way, excessive clumsiness. You know, I'm a little bit clumsy. And all my favorite guitar players are a little bit clumsy. This thing is hard to play. The wires are so close together, and you accidentally bump into stuff. A little bit of clumsiness is okay. But things I'd watch out for are a wild right hand that's you know, not getting to where it's supposed to get to. Picking from behind the string and popping it out, little technical things like that, squeezing too hard. That's not going to be great. So having control over the dynamics. And then the other thing, you know, mental check-in, self-loathing, be it like, do we not like ourselves? Do we not like our guitar? Is our setup bad? Do we not like our amp? You know, are we not cool with where we're at? That's going to come out in our playing. That was, you know, before I filmed these videos, I talked to my friends about what I'm working on. My buddy Richard, you know, trying to pin down what good feel is. And he's like, yeah, man, like, are you in it? Are you there? Are you into what you're doing? Because if you're playing grouchy, if you're playing with angst at how you're playing, yeah, that's going to come out. It's going to come out. You're going to hear it. Whatever. Actually, that sounded kind of cool that way. But yeah, you know, that's just like a big picture thing. You always try and be, you know, in the moment, cool with where you're at. In conclusion, good feel is intentional artistic consideration, but specifically even rhythm and legato. I tend to think that'll get you there. That'll get you a good part of the way there. Thanks so much to everybody who supports me in all the ways that you do, even if it's just clicking like and subscribe. That all helps me out with algorithm relevancy, which is how I stay in business. I don't put ads on my channel, so I depend on traffic from these videos to send traffic to my website and my Patreon so people book lessons, buy downloads, buy my courses, do all the things that you generous people do, and I really appreciate it. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Happy Friday. Eat pizza.